The Miracle League of the Northern Ohio Valley Panhandle creates an environment of acceptance for people with disabilities and their families with baseball as the root. We promote meaningful, authentic relationships that connect people on the field and in the community. In the Tri-County area of Jefferson, Brooke, and Hancock counties, there are over 15,000 individuals diagnosed with some form of intellectual or developmental disability. Unfortunately, there is no safe place for these individuals to engage in structured and impromptu recreational activity. Additionally, people with disabilities are the nation's largest minority group that anyone can join at any time, whether it be at birth, an accident, or by the natural aging process. Our Heart and Hustle campaign means you don't have to do it alone, but you do make a difference. We need your help. Don't delay, give today. Contact us today. The Miracle League of the Northern Ohio Valley Panhandle. 621 Market Street, Steubenville. Phone number is 740-461-2993.
Here with Tom Way, I'm Mike Florak from Windfall Funding. Tom is the Executive Director of the Miracle League of the Northern Ohio Valley Panhandle. Tom, tell us a little bit about the Miracle League.
The Miracle League offers baseball opportunities for people with disabilities. And we did some research and found that recreation was a miss for some of those people. And we wanted to provide an opportunity for them to be able to play baseball.
Sure, it's a great thing, but also not only special needs children can participate. Your vision for the Miracle League is that all
right.
Children can participate.
What we did was we have a design for a Miracle recreational facility, which will include Miracle League baseball, which is specific to people with disabilities. But as well, we have the fence set at 150 feet so that T-ball, youth T-ball will be able to play on the field as well. If we have enough space to move that to 200 feet, we'd be able to have softball tournaments on the baseball field. The playground itself is categorized as a destination playground. And what we tried to do is create an environment of accessibility and inclusion for everybody. People of all ages, all abilities can come to this playground and enjoy themselves. So part of the features in there is adult fitness. There is, they call it a champions course, more of American Ninja Warrior style. And the main play structure itself is accessible for people of all ages and abilities. It will be in the top 1% of destination playgrounds in the country.
Wow. Tell us a little bit more about the playground. What are some of the features?
So one of the things when we were doing our research, baseball has had such a rich history in the Ohio Valley. And there have been many professional teams that played throughout the late 1800s, early 1900s. And we've actually had players from the Northern Panhandle and the Ohio Valley play professional baseball. So in that spirit, we wanted to model the playground in kind of a historical, commemorative way. And we went back, and the main play structure as you enter the playground is a replica of Exposition Field, where the Pittsburgh Pirates got their start. Before you enter that, you cross over kind of a Field of Dreams cornfield with players coming out of the cornfield. Those players are all players that have either played or lived in the Ohio Valley Northern Panhandle area. One of the ones we like to talk about is a lady by the name of Mary Louise Kalanko. She played on 2 All-American girls teams in 1950. She's represented in Cooperstown, baseball's Hall of Fame, and she's from Wheaton.
And she's the inspiration for one of the characters in the movie.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah. So there's a lot of great history there that's covered. and we're sitting under the great Roy Hobbs
We
jersey
are.
here. Tell us some of the other great baseball figures that are involved in Miracle Leagues across the country.
So we've been real fortunate when we started this venture. We were able to have great guidance with the Miracle League of the South Hills. Miracle League of the South Hills is run by a gentleman by the name of Tim Gephardt, and it's Sean Casey's, the mayor's Miracle League, and they have been instrumental in helping us navigate through Miracle League systems, what it looks like, the general feel, and we wanted to model ourselves after the Miracle League of the South Hills. They served as a great inspiration. So the atmosphere for game day will be almost like you're attending a professional baseball game. You have walkout songs, you'll have walk-off home runs, it's that fun, exciting environment. Sure. Since we're at the stage now with pulling into towards our fundraising and designs are all done, we started mapping out tournaments that could be played. And South Hills, Sean loves our design. He thinks it's a great inspiration.
And Sean Casey is the former about 13, 14-year career big leaguer.
Correct.
Who grew up in Upper St. Clair.
Yeah, grew up in Upper St. Clair.
And for the Pirates.
Yep.
Yes.
Played for the Pirates, played for the Reds. And they've reached out and we started discussing what tournaments could look like. And so there's a Miracle League called the Cal Ripken Experience over in Baltimore. There's the Joe Nuxall Miracle League in Cincinnati. We have another group in Sioux City, Iowa, all willing to come and have a tournament at our location.
That's fantastic. So that will lead to much more benefits for the people of the Ohio Valley, the business people. People will come and stay in hotels, correct, eat at the restaurants, buy gas.
Sure, and just by design, the fact that the playground is categorized as a destination playground. There's different categories for playgrounds, and we're considered a destination playground. People specifically with disabilities look for areas that are accessible and inclusive, and they will travel. So it's not just a small burst in tournaments that can provide that economic stimulus. So if you look at a tournament will last a couple of days over a weekend. You may have a tournament or two a couple times a year. But on a daily basis, not that people, it's possible, people that are traveling want to stop and see this playground, and they may stay a night over while they explore this playground.
Right.
But the benefit here, beyond just tournaments, does have an economic impact because of the playground, that people will travel. So they're going to need gas. They're going to need to stop and get something to eat. So it will have an attraction, not just to the playground itself, but for the local businesses.
That's fantastic. You mentioned the dimensions are going to be about 150 feet, 200 feet to center field. Softball can be played on it.
Correct.
With those dimensions, you could still hit one out. Thinking about making a comeback yourself?
I'll leave it to the real athletes that play.
Well, what was your so if you don't want to make a comeback and talk a little bit about your baseball career, how did you talk to us about how you first got involved and how the Miracle League became such a passion for you?
I guess a lot of it has to do with self-reflection on my own career. And this is all hindsight stuff. This is not anything that I've thought about this my entire life.
Right.
This is hindsight and being very reflective. So back in 1987, I had a serious brain injury, and it put me in the hospital from November of '87 until April of '88. I'm very fortunate. I had outstanding support to bring me to where I am today. The only repercussions that I have is I have no sense of smell. Minor sacrifice at best. But during that time, I was in college, and my parents got a call that said I would be a vegetable. And at that time, they used that word. And they were trying to encourage my parents that I should find a trade. And I'm about as handy as a gnat. So the trades.
That's why Dan's here.
Yeah.
So because I'm less handy than a gnat.
Yeah. So the trades for me, it really, one, it wasn't an interest. And I don't think it aligned with my skill sets. So I set out to prove everybody wrong. And I graduated college. I spent time as a lobbyist. And then I chased money and titles my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And had a lot of great experiences, a lot of fun. Came at great personal sacrifice. I have 5 boys, and my second eldest son was born at 26 weeks. He went down to 1 pound 9 ounces. And he graduated high school, got an Eagle Scout, has an associate's degree, a full-time job. He's autistic. And I and his mother were with him and provided a lot of socializations on appropriation and, how to respond and how to, and he had tremendous support. When I left, my career was turnaround and startup, and I felt very empty and was looking for something beyond just money and titles. And I tripped into the world of IDD, that's intellectual and developmental disabilities. I was a clinical supervisor. I covered 5 counties in Ohio. And that world, it was fantastic. It was absolutely marvelous. And I have so much fun. And I realized that, hey, I've done this.
Mm-hmm.
I raised a child,
Sure.
So, but then I started looking at some of the hurdles and challenges for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, physical disabilities. Recreation is a big component, and access to recreation. ADA guidelines say that it has to be accessible, but it doesn't say they have to be engaged. So we did a feasibility study to see if something like this would work and if there was a need in our area. And there is a need for over 15,000 individuals in the tri-state area.
Yes.
For accessible,
Mm-hmm.
inclusive recreation. We really don't have that available. And that's kind of what brought me to the designs and where we are today.
Sure, and it's been a long haul for you. You're in this
It has.
long haul.
I am.
The home is going to be at Brook High School.
Correct.
And also you've partnered with my company, Windfall Funding, who our bread and butter is.
So this is where I sit there and go, couldn't do it without you. And it's true. We couldn't. We have great partners, Windfall Funding, the team at Windfall, what they've brought to the table, just even in back-end resources that we didn't think about, Windfall had. They've been absolutely fantastic. So you and Mike and the whole team, absolutely fantastic, as well as Brook High School. So Brook County Schools, they have an exceptional program for special education.
Mm-hmm.
Their student population is right around 24% plus or minus a couple. That's a large student body. And Brook has been innovative where other school districts hire support services as a contract basis. So you may have somebody come in once, twice a week. Brook has that support on staff. So, but what they didn't have was a recreational outlet. So it really became a fantastic partnership for all of us to be able to close that gap of accessibility and inclusion with a recreational piece.
That's fantastic. And our company, what we do is we are at our heart, we're a managed services consultant company. So we'll go into businesses and school systems and municipalities and help them head to toe save money. And we have a unique proposition and unique operation that we will go to Friends of the Miracle League, people who are interested in supporting the Miracle League, and we'll help them try to save money, save some, and they can keep some themselves and give some to the Miracle League. So anybody can help out. Tom, tell us where we can find some more information about your operation.
You can look at our website. It's Miracle League NOVP.com, and you can find everything that we're doing. You can see a flyby video of our design and pictures at our website.
Fantastic. Anything else that you'd like to add, Tom?
No, I will say that, Windfall has been an integral arm in our fundraising campaign, and can't thank you guys enough for your innovation.
Sure. Thank you very much. And we're looking forward to helping this continue to grow. It's been a great thing so far, and it's going to be something that affects the Ohio Valley very positively. The entire Ohio Valley will benefit from that.
Absolutely agree. Want to thank Ohio Valley Sports Online as well for providing this platform for us to get the message out.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
So
Dan.
I appreciate it. Dan, thanks.
The Miracle League of the Northern Ohio Valley Panhandle creates an environment of acceptance for people with disabilities and their families with baseball as the root. We promote meaningful, authentic relationships that connect people on the field and in the community. In the Tri-County area of Jefferson, Brooke, and Hancock counties, there are over 15,000 individuals diagnosed with some form of intellectual or developmental disability. Unfortunately, there is no safe place for these individuals to engage in structured and impromptu recreational activity. Additionally, people with disabilities are the nation's largest minority group that anyone can join at any time, whether it be at birth, an accident, or by the natural aging process. Our Heart and Hustle campaign means you don't have to do it alone, but you do make a difference. We need your help. Don't delay, give today. Contact us today. The Miracle League of the Northern Ohio Valley Panhandle. 621 Market Street, Steubenville. Phone number is 740-461-2993.